Welcome everyone to South Kitsap High School and Thursday night women's soccer. It's a special night here tonight because it is senior night and the last home soccer match of the season. We're happy to be coming live to you this evening on SKTV, Wave Digital Cable Channel 205, and we're also streaming this game live in high definition on YouTube. You can find a link to the game by going to the school district homepage and clicking on SKTV. Tonight, the Lady Wolves take on Curtis High School. I'm Sophia Canton, a senior here at South, and joining me in the booth tonight is Jacob Hasselbrook, also a senior and my announcing partner this evening.
Well, it's good to be here tonight, Sophia, and looking forward to a good game. This should be a fun one. You know, the Wolves are out of playoff contention, but it is senior night. We should see some good playing time for everybody here and just overall good times from everybody.
And as you can see on the screen, they are still announcing the teams. Right now they're going through the Curtis lineup, and then they'll be recognizing our seniors here at South, and then they'll be saying the starting lineup, and then we'll be getting ready for kickoff. So the Wolves' record this year so far is 4-6-5. Am I correct, Jake, on that?
I'll double check real quick. That looks accurate from the information I've been given.
Yeah, so they have unfortunately, gotten kind of a tough season this year. They did switch from the Narrows League to the SPSL, so all the teams besides Bellarmine and Olympia that they've played this year have been new teams, and they've never played them before. And they go through the rotation twice, so this is their second time seeing Curtis, and I believe the first time they played Curtis, they actually tied them.
Yeah, and that new league, it's shaken up all of our sports here at South, and you see the effect with our ladies soccer team here, because in past seasons, we've made it to the playoffs. We made it last year. Don't know how far we made it, but, we've usually been pretty solid in that respect. This year, not making it a bit of a disappointment, but having that new league to blame it on is kind of something nice to have, a little safety net there, but unfortunate, but hopefully we'll see teams starting to, get strength and build up some head of steam in this new league.
Yeah, and like you said, usually in the past years we've made playoffs no problem. I remember my sophomore year, the Lady Wolves actually won the Narrows League, and actually I think they made it to the quarterfinals and playoffs. It's a normal thing for the Wolves ladies soccer team to make it to playoffs. So this year, coming into this new league, they were kind of testing the waters the first time around, but they obviously, couldn't turn around the second half of the season, which is really unfortunate because this is a program that is known for, going pretty far in the postseason.
And I think that's part of it, is just not being able to turn it back around in the second half. Because with any team, you'll have kinks to work in at the beginning of the year with the new players and new people moving up, freshmen coming in, seniors moving out. But I just think not being able to pick it up in the second half of the season, that can be at least somewhat attributed to this new league. But if anything, we've been learning a lot. These sports teams have been learning a lot with the tougher competition and improving greatly. So it should be a good thing in the long run.
Yeah, and besides the 9 seniors that are on the South soccer team this year, which for a soccer team that's the bulk of your team. But the 8 remaining players are, I think there's only 3 juniors, so the rest of them are freshmen and sophomores, which, is a good sign for South that they're young, so they have the time and the years to get the experience to build up the talent to kind of dominate this league.
And, we experienced that with the boys team this year.
Natalie tonight are her parents Wesley and Elizabeth. Natalie hopes to continue
we might be throwing it down to the field here for our senior night announcements real quick. Stay on hold here.
Number 9, defender Michaela Mori. Accompanied by Mom Michelle and Dad Mitch and Grandma Barbara. Also assorted brothers, sisters, nieces, and nephews. Michaela will play soccer at Seattle U after graduation, where she wants to study biology. Number 10, midfielder Kelly Krebs. With Kelly tonight are Deidre, Tom, and Brendan. After high school, Kelly wants to become a doctor, research and cure diseases, and also apparently adopt lots of dogs. With Audrey are her parents, Jolene and Mark, and brother and sister Emma and Wyatt. Audrey wants to attend university and become a nurse after graduating high school. We'd also like to recognize senior AFMED student trainer Trevor Jackson and our athletic trainer this season, Jeff Spaulding. The Wolves are coached by head coach Christina Bodie, assisted by Joe Henna and John Thornton. Ladies and gentlemen, please congratulate the 2016 senior ladies soccer players. Now please stand while sophomore and JV soccer teammate Emily Reel sings the national anthem for us. Can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave? Well done, Emily. Good luck, ladies. Play hard.
All right, and we're back for the senior night presentation of the ladies soccer game. So that was a great little ceremony there for the seniors and their families. It's always fun to see senior nights. Kind of warms my heart, you know, because we're all seniors and it's coming to an end here in June.
It doesn't warm my heart. It makes me more afraid. Because, I mean, this is going to be me coming up here pretty soon. But, yeah, definitely it should be a fun night. A bit emotional for these seniors here, but should be a good night for them. And, yeah, it's good stuff. Good stuff.
Well, you know, and on your senior night, you never want to lose. Especially, this is the last game of the season. There are no more after this. So this is their last chance to come out and, kind of kick some booty. So
that's a good point, actually, because, I mean, some people might say, oh, well, they're out of playoff contention. This is the last game. What are they fighting for pride here? But for these seniors, I mean, this is it for them. So I'd imagine they'd be coming out with all they've got, leaving it all on the field because, I mean, what do you have to lose?
Right, and you want to leave your mark here. You want to leave a little bang for the underclassmen to kind of see and take with them into the next season, because you never want, that little fire in your hearts to die. So
Absolutely.
I'm excited, though. Lots of friends down there who are playing their last high school soccer game. So I hope the Wolves, go out, fight, and pull out a big win tonight.
That would definitely be good for some morale boosting here. As we've already covered the emotions running high here with senior night last game. As we see them huddling up there, I imagine some some sensitive words being said and also some pump-up words, I'd imagine. It's time to go out, show everybody what we've got. As far as the game, though, I mean, first, let's take this weather. Both of us are soccer players. I know about me, but how's the rain affect you? I mean, whether is it cold or how does it affect the playing surface for you?
Honestly, I love the rain. I mean, it may be my Washingtonian blood, but I don't know. I feel like I'm more comfortable in the rain. I feel like I am more in control. And honestly, again, I don't know if that's just me being the Washingtonian that I am. But, I mean, the ball does tend to skip a lot more, which makes the goalie's job a lot harder. So the goalies need to be very aware, especially on turf. I mean, our turf is a little different just because it's the coconut and not the normal, rubber. So the bounce may not be as profound as regular turf. So, but still, I mean, wet is wet, and so the ball will be skipping. It'll be going a lot faster than it normally is, and so they just need to be quicker on their feet and just ready for the ball.
Yeah, that's very true. I think for me as a field player, with the wet surface, as you mentioned, the ball will skip a bit more, and so you can really get some zing on those passes. So hopefully we'll see some good ball movement from our Wolves tonight, moving that ball around and getting it worked around and to good combinations. But also as a goalkeeper, it makes things a bit more tricky for them. Less grip on the ball, might slip right past you where you could make a save.
It does look like the rain's kind of letting up, though, which is good. Because, I mean, the field's already wet, the damage is already done, but, some girls just would rather play in the dry weather, even though it's probably still pretty moist out.
It's very true. Well, as we got our opening kickoff here, and the Wolves off to a bit of trying to get some possession going, moving around as I was talking. Looks like it's out for a Curtis throw now.
And so all the seniors will be starting tonight, if I'm correct. Then there's about, 2 underclassmen on the field then?
Something like that.
Because we do have 9 seniors this year, one of which is the goalie, Chandler Greenwood, though.
That's very true. Nice defensive effort there from Michaela Mori, stepping in to win the ball.
And there's a bit of a miscommunication there, which is unfortunate.
Miscue safely in the hands of goalkeeper Chandler Greenwood, as wet ball hasn't troubled her quite yet.
Always a good sign. Now we just need to get on their end of the field. This is a nice boot from Chandler. And that's a South Kitsap throw-in. Audrey Sinclair will be the one throwing it in. And it is unfortunately possessed by Curtis.
So as far as formation goes here, we were talking to some of the players beforehand. We were a little they were a little uncertain on how exactly they were going to come out in this game. Some of their formations that they were mentioning were the 4-3-3 and the 4-4-2. Looks like the Lady Wolves started out in that 4-4-2 formation with 4 defenders, 4 midfielders, and 2 strikers up there. And so far, I mean, people say it's the basic or the simple soccer formation, but honestly, it's commonly used because it works, in my opinion. And with those two center backs back there, we got Michaela Mori and Sarah Swanson. I know they held it down pretty strong there, doing well.
Yeah. I personally like a 4-4-2 a lot better, but I am a forward, and I just felt like there was more opportunity, for me to get the ball with only one other forward up there. So that was why it was my favorite. But I also like that there's 4 midfielders, just because I feel like the contention in the midfield is a lot more even that way. Because like you said, it's the pretty basic soccer formation, and so most likely the other team will also have 4 midfielders, and so it's just the plan of playing man there.
And that's you know, a good point. Winning the midfield, that's a key factor into how a game goes. Looks like our midfield right now is doing all right with Curtis on the break. Ball cleaned up by our goalkeeper there.
So far, we haven't seen much action on Curtis's side of the field, which is not the way you want to start a game.
If the Wolves can settle down and get some possession going, I think we can work it into their half.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if, you know, nerves are running high and everyone's just a little hyped up on adrenaline. You know, this is their last game, your last chance to kind of put everything out on the field. So hopefully they'll settle down and just kind of take over sooner or later.
Good effort forward here by the Wolves, linking up with some passes now. A little bit of a miscue there, bad pass. One right back by that midfield.
And that one was brought down with a header by Samantha Foster. It was a nice little header pass to Ashlyn Burris. Unfortunately, though, Ashlyn was unable to maintain possession, but South has a throw-in now.
Curtis cleaning that up pretty nicely, finding there forward. Looking to spring on the counter-attack, though. Finding their outside mid out wide. Nice combination play there for the Vikings, taken care of by our Wolves defense. There's some good midfield interplay there. Well done. And this is what I was talking about from the Wolves. Once we get some passes connected, get some confidence, you know, find a groove. That's really what it takes to, you know, a solid flick there from the forward.
That'll be a South throw-in. Yeah, and you know, most of the time, if you just get possession and maintain possession, even if you're not going forward necessarily, it's better than just kind of, you know, like right there, sailing the ball forward, because once you have possession, you're kind of making them run around and chase you around, and you have full power over what happens next.
Absolutely. Once you, you know, things in soccer sometimes can move pretty slowly, you know. But if you hold possession through a half, even if you don't put one in maybe that half, if you maintain possession, you will tire the other team out. Those defenders, the defense will get tired of running, and things will start to open up. So if we just get a little patience here from our Wolves attack, I'm sure things will open up. We'll find some gaps and find our way for our forwards to get up in that goal box.
That was a nice stop by Audrey Sinclair. Unfortunately, it resulted in a Curtis throw-in, but she got it right back, and hopefully the Wolves can bring the ball down and get possession.
Solid tackle one there by number 7 for the Wolves. All right, the Wolves now springing it forward, trying to find that outside midfielder. Had some good build-up play to lead up to that through the spine there. Looks like it was one back by Curtis. Now looking for a break, not quite getting there. That'll be a throw for Curtis, though. But, you know, as a defender, you know, if you've got a break coming at you, even if the ball goes out and it's not your throw, it's good to break up that attack and let your defenders get back behind the ball instead of just taking on a counterattack right away. So that was good defensive work there by the Wolves. And to win it right back off the throw.
And Sophie Weaver will be throwing the ball in for the Wolves now.
A little bit of an errant touch lost away by the Wolves there. Oh, nice technical play by Mrs. Natalie Strauss there. Miss, I should say. Wolves now attacking with a little bit of getting some success. Unfortunate off the cross there to go out for a goal kick.
And that's always my favorite thing about playing in goal, you know, the long run to go chase after the ball.
Not the most fun part of the job. You know, as a defender, I actually, you know, I feel like that's a key contributing factor to how tired you get is chasing the ball out of bounds.
That is true.
Always a bother. Goal kick won here by the Wolves. Well done by the midfield. Still fighting for it, I should say. Finally brought down, get some possession going out to the outside back. Outside mid, Natalie Strauss finding a little bit of space
Ooh,
there.
that's unfortunate.
Unfortunately called out.
In every soccer game, I always find it, you know, really kind of important to try and test the other keeper early on in the game, so then you can kind of, you know, maybe if the score is still tied at half, you can go into the halftime and kind of just talk to your teammates about what you've noticed about the weaknesses of the goalies, so you can kind of try and take advantage of it. And actually right there is probably the first test we've seen on the Curtis goalie.
Yeah, absolutely. I'd say in these first, 5-10 minutes, like one thing you want to do for sure is to test that opposition, test to see where their weaknesses are, and finding Miley LaFontaine out on the wing there with all her pace. I think that could be a key attacking point for the Wolves here with that speed over the defense of Curtis. Nice flick there with the run on by Natalie Strauss, building up some head of steam here going in for the attack. Cross played in, defended well by Curtis.
Woo, one right back by Natalie Strauss. And that was a nice pass to an open player in the middle. Fortunately, it's contested and lost.
Ball cleared out by Curtis. And looks like that'll be a throw
South
for the
Kitsap
Wolves.
Throw in. That was nice, though, to see the ball on the Curtis's half of the field, though, for a little bit.
Yeah,
Gives the
for sure.
defenders a little bit of a break.
Absolutely. Gives the defense a little bit of time to regroup, kind of figure out what's going on, get a handle on who their marks are. Wolves defense will be looking to stay strong here. They have, the ball has been in our half a bit, but they've looked pretty solid overall in these first couple minutes.
Yeah, I've noticed that they have pretty good movement in the back, and which, is really important because if, someone has to move up or move back, they seem to be pretty in sync about where they're supposed to be to kind of cover for their teammates.
Good combination play to move the ball forward there on the right side. Unfortunately, one back by Curtis. We now have a quick break here, dealt well with, though, by the South defensive line. Curtis now on the attack, trying to find it out wide. Pass cut off by that center back. Wolves now on the ball, heading through midfield. Natalie
That was
Strauss
a nice pass by Kelly Krebs.
with some space. Trying to find
just
that
a little bit too much pace
outside
on the ball.
mid. Just a little too much on that, as you said.
And that's an example right there of the water probably had an effect on that ball, because the Wolves, they practice here, so they have a pretty good feel of the field. So the rain could have definitely, kind of helped that ball carry a little bit more than Natalie wanted it to.
And, even though that ball went out for a goal kick for the Vikings here, that's, still not a bad offensive play for the Wolves.
Yeah.
They're figuring out what's working well, and Vikings now doing the same up on our half. Finding the forward there. That's a good effort to keep the ball in.
Ooh, but defended well by Michaela Morey. And Michaela will actually be going on to play next year at Seattle U. I'm sure they mentioned it during the senior ceremony, but she is a very good and aggressive player, and she gets very physical. So if I were a Curtis forward, I would definitely try and stay away from Michaela.
And that aggressiveness and that physical almost intimidation is what you want to see out of your center backs. They got to be strong leaders out there. Got to be a solid brick wall for the offense to get past. Doing well here so far, dealing with that attack from the Vikings. Out for a Viking throw.
Right back to South Kitsap, though. That was kind of a lucky break. Just a bit of a miscue by Curtis.
Throw in now for the Wolves, handled by Natalie Strauss. Oh, a little bit of a missed clearance there by Audrey Sinclair in the back line. Unfortunate to smack right off of Natalie.
I always hate it when that happens. You just want to say, that's not what I meant to do. I promise.
Doesn't feel too good on a colder night like tonight. Also,
definitely not.
Right in the back of the leg. That'll sting for a bit.
Yeah, and you know, there's always that one time where it gets you just perfect, and you have that humongous ball mark for about a week on your leg or your stomach or wherever it hits you. That's always fun.
You've always got to have some good war wounds there. Curtis now on the attack, dealt well with by the outside back there. Audrey Sinclair breaking through a little bit, getting the corner for the Vikings.
The Curtis player, though, I think it was number 21, she did a pretty good job of keeping the ball in play because, you know, the ball has to completely go over the sideline to be called out of bounds. And it was right there. It was literally on the line. It was a good effort by Curtis.
So now Curtis with the corner. Set pieces can come into huge play in the game of soccer. You know, games being won or lost on set pieces. Set pieces being free kicks and corner kicks, plays where the ball starts off still. But playing a huge part, you know, goals can be scored on set pieces. This Wolves defense, though, I'm sure, you know, with their aggression and their physical abilities, seem to be able to deal with it. Curtis taking that short corner twice there. Not fooling anybody that second time around.
That was definitely much better covered the second time around for the Wolves.
Kelly Krebs now on the chase. Ball picked up. Almost sprung the break there. Unlucky bounce will leave the ball in the feet of Curtis on the throw, or in the hands this time, I should say.
Because it is a throw, and you are correct, Jake.
Oh, that was a good win. Bit of a lucky bounce there, but Curtis now on the break, looking to get a cross in.
That was just a bit outside, which sets up a goal kick for the Wolves. I think is this their first of the night, right?
Possibly.
I'm pretty sure. Which, I mean, that is complimenting the defense right there. Obviously, I haven't given up a lot of shots on goal to allow them.
All nicely won off the head there in the midfield for the Wolves.
Picked
Kelly
up
Krebs
by
now on
Kelly.
the attack, finding some space, taking on defenders. Ball played across.
That was a good idea.
Not quite connecting, but Wolves still in possession here. Audrey Sinclair winning the ball. Nice link-up play in the midfield there.
Ooh, that was a great little combination by Audrey and Cassidy Furman, number 5 in the midfield.
Just not quite on the same page on that final ball there. That was a good-looking combination there for the Wolves, though. If they can continue to do that, I'm sure they can work around this Curtis defense.
These two teams seem to be pretty evenly matched, so we're probably in for a good game.
Yeah, I was just going to say that. Actually, you know, both these teams having their opportunities, both teams picking up some good defensive plays. Ball now staying in the Curtis half for a little bit. Deflection off of the Wolves for a Viking throw. Solid defending off the throw there for the Wolves to win their own throw-in.
And Right back a Curtis throw in. Or not. Is it Curtis? Oh, no.
Oh,
looks like they
a
gave it
South
to the
throw.
Wolves.
So now once you get down here into this end of the field, even throws can be, if you have someone with a good arm, can be very dangerous, and as much as a set piece in terms of danger to the opposition. Absolutely a scoring threat here.
And I have played with Ashlyn Burris, and she has a mighty throw-in. So I know that normally coaches kind of utilize that throw and basically make it like a corner kick or a free kick, and they kind of set it up that way. But it didn't really look like the Wolves did that there. Maybe they didn't think they were close enough to the goal.
Wolves losing possession there, and unfortunate errant pass led out of bounds for a Curtis throw. Curtis now looking to build an attack. Ball now out for a Curtis corner, and the Wolves will sit back and try to defend this. So now we'll see if the short corner is all they've got in their repertoire, or if they're cooking up something else here. Going back to the short corner. A little bit of chaos there, a few missed clearances. Ball still bumbling around. Finally cleared out.
And there we go.
Vikings playing it back up to the forward, trying to make something happen.
And that will be a South Kitsap goal kick.
So in these first 20 minutes, a bit of back and forth action. Definitely the fairly even game that we predicted here. Hopefully the Wolves can find something to dig in a little bit, find a niche, but they've definitely still got time to keep this one, to get the win. Header one there by Curtis. Saw it turned by the forward there. It's now sprung loose, a little bit too heavy on that ball, easily picked up by Chandler Greenwood.
Neither of the goalies have really been tested so far tonight. Obviously, it's more of a defensive game.
So that could be a key factor for the keepers here. If they're not, not being tested very much, they could, if they don't keep on their toes, if they fall asleep, it only takes one good scoring opportunity to put one in.
Isn't that the truth?
Beautiful part of the game of soccer. All you need is one shot. And looks like the Wolves have a shot here. Building forward, ball up in the box.
Oh,
Good
no.
scoring opportunity. Still on the ball.
Oh, look
solid
at
shot
that! I
taken.
think
As
that
I
was Ashlyn Burris. That
just
was
saying.
a great shot. It was
So we see our
beautiful.
replay here. Oh, maybe not a replay. That's
Just
all
a
right.
goal.
Just a goal. But
that is okay. We will take that goal.
has great play there, though, and solid effort to stick with that ball.
That was a beautiful
Dribbling
shot.
through a few defenders and placing it top drawer, right past the keeper, right where the keeper can't deal with it. Curtis now on the attack, trying to find something to answer that. Ball taken care of nicely by the South defense, though, and South are on the attack again, trying to find Ashlyn Burris up top. Ball a little bit too heavy
much
for
on
that. So hopefully South here can build on this momentum and keep put another few goals on the board here. I'm sure all 9 of those seniors would like to get their names on the score sheet.
That would be interesting. I mean, maybe some could be on there with assists, but you always want your name on there because you scored a goal, especially on your senior night.
Absolutely. Curtis here now building in the midfield. Ball fought for nicely. Ball over the top, picked up cleanly for Chandler Greenwood. Ball play forward here for the Wolves. Ashlyn Burris chasing it down. Picked up well by the Curtis defense. Now on the attack up the left side. Ball cleared out by that outside back for the Wolves. Throw to Curtis. And you know, I now fully believe in the curse of the commentator, because just as I was saying how it only takes one opportunity and how the keepers might be falling asleep, South puts one in. Not that I'm complaining.
Definitely not.
But
yeah.
well done by the Wolves.
And it looks like Nicole Nystrom is warming up on the sideline, so we may be seeing a sub here pretty soon.
Ball taken forward by Michaela Morey. Good effort to stay with it, keep the ball. Unfortunate pass there, trying to get it forward. Just guided a little bit out of bounds. Throw into Curtis. We're looking to build, looking to find an answer for that goal. Might have to link up a bit more to come back from that conceding goal.
Ooh, bit of a physical fight there for Audrey Sinclair, but fortunately it was called in the favor of the Wolves, and we have the first free kick of the night.
Ball played in by Michaela Morey. Header won by Curtis. Ball picked up though by South, who will now look to retain some possession here as they move forward, finding some combinations. Oh, slipped by the outside back nicely there by Miley LaFontaine. Ball played in. Unfortunately, no one's able to connect with it, but Wolves remain in possession on that left side. Ball played, swung into the middle, and unfortunately given away. But an errant touch by Curtis leaves South with the ball, but only for the moment, as it's Curtis wins it back again. Very back and forth right here in this moment. Good run forward by Audrey Sinclair on the outside back position.
Ooh, unfortunate.
Just a slight touch too much out of bounds. Throw in here for the Vikings. And looks like we'll see our first sub of the match.
Nicole Nystrom's going in for number 5, Cassidy Furman.
Cassidy, one of those seniors coming out for senior night, playing well, and she did, you know, she repped well in that first 25 minutes here.
Definitely
for the
did.
Wolves. Another chance for the Wolves, just a little bit too far towards the keeper for those forwards there, crashing the box. Header won by Curtis. Nice flick there by the forward. Picked up nicely though by the Wolves. Still a fight for the ball in the midfield there. Curtis now ending up with possession. Ball swung out to the outside back, finding that center mid, looking to swing again. So there we see some good ball movement from Curtis, you know, swinging the ball from one side to the other, ending up with a throw in there off the touch of South's outside back, Audrey Sinclair. And we'll see a sub for Curtis here.
They're bringing in 3 different players. Obviously trying to get some fresh legs in there, thinking maybe that could be their issue right now.
And you know, that's a key difference between professional soccer and
That's true.
lower level soccer here at the high school.
Ooh!
Solid tackle there by Michaela Moore, asserting her physical presence there in the back line. But
She is a beast.
as I was saying though, with substitutions, you know, pros only have 3 subs a game, so player fatigue definitely comes into a big role there. Here in our league, we have unlimited subs, so hopefully we'll see some good player rotation here, everyone getting playing time, but fatigue not as much of an issue. Still definitely a factor though. But so South dealing with that free kick or corner nicely. Now looking to clear out of their defensive third.
Nice ball by Michaela Morey. Unfortunately, it is won by Curtis initially, but we have gained possession back. Oh, and looks like Nicole Nystrom moved back into the defense and pushed Sarah Swanson up into the
Here we see
midfield
South on the
position.
attack again. A nice long ball up into the
Ooh,
left flank. One corner
should be a
one
corner
there.
kick.
Won by the Wolves. That seems to be one of their key offensive tactics there, is getting those long balls into the corners for those quick forwards to run onto. Seems to be working well for the Wolves so far, as we're now on a corner kick for the Wolves. Players looking to crash the box here. Ball played in. Oh, ball bouncing straight through the box. One back by the Wolves. And ball
Oh,
shot taken
see, look
deflection.
at that. That is why you need to test the keeper.
Curtis's keeper having a bit of a scare there, but fortunately for her, able to pounce right back on it, picking up the loose ball.
Slippery when wet.
Absolutely. And you know, the rain has stopped here. It was coming down pretty hard earlier, but the rain has stopped, although the field will retain that moisture. The ball's still skipping around. Doesn't seem to be affecting the players too much up until that bobble there by the keeper.
And the sub coming in for Kelly Krebs, Tiana Latham. She's one of the underclassmen. She's a sophomore this year at South, so good young players that are going to have a lot of time and experience up on varsity in the next few years.
Ball taken forward here by the South midfield. One back by Curtis. Solid, well ball played into the flank. Let's see what Curtis can do with it. Solid save by Chandler Greenwood, just covering that near post, cutting off that angle well. So there we really see Curtis's first on-target effort there. South, line being breached, but taken care of well by the trailing defenders and by our goalkeeper. Another run there stopped by our center back, Michaela Mori. And played out well.
Great ball by Savannah Foster. Oop, and there we go, another kick for South Kitsap. That foul was drawn by Miley LaFontaine. She is tiny, but she is speedy.
Yeah, she went to districts and state for track last year, so she's definitely got some pace up there. If South can utilize her speed, there's definitely some weaknesses to be exposed there in the Curtis back line. Definitely a powerful tool for the South to use if can be used wisely. Ball played forward now by the Wolves, taken care of by the Curtis defense. Out for a Curtis throw.
That's unfortunate. Oh, and the ball is in the puddle. That's always fun.
Grab your canoe. Looks like we'll have to take a quick paddle boat trip out.
Get the crew team.
To retrieve that.
And they're still struggling to get the ball. Oh, that's neat. They when I was younger and I was playing with, I think 8 of the 9 seniors on this team, we were the ball girls around the field, and it looks like they are continuing that tradition with some SK soccer girls.
See, I forgot to mention that in our pregame there, but, a lot of these girls have been playing together since a very young age. You've played with them before, but it's for the most part, a tight-knit group, just starting with things like you were saying with the ball girls. And so kind of team chemistry like that is very essential, especially in the high school game, where, you're just playing, you're representing your school, having fun, but also competing hard and trying to win games here. South, that chemistry seems to be coming through for them as they still lead here 1-0. And ball being won in the midfield, attack on for South. A little bit of an audacious attempt there, if that was a shot. But good attacks looking here for good-looking attacks here for the Wolves. If I can
They're
put
doing
my
a nice job
sentences
of
in order.
possessing now. It seems that they've settled down. They've kind of gotten the groove of the game, and now they're taking control.
Very, very true. They seem to have settled. They're linking up with more passes. They've got that groove. Figured out the field here with that slickness on the ball. throw taken by the Wolves and won by the Curtis defense. Now will look to retain possession themselves. Ball played to the outside back and swung again through the middle. Curtis now on the attack, finding some space through the midfield. Now into the flank,
That was a nice ball.
finding some space out wide. Well, she put a cross in.
Ooh, that was a dangerous play.
Broken up well though by South. And again, getting that ball out of the dangerous area. Still not done with all the danger yet. Ball finally cleared.
Doing well on defense tonight are the Wolves. That could have been a lot worse than it ended up being.
Absolutely, those defenders taking care of it well though. Curtis now with the ball in the midfield, finding their outside back in some space, seeing if they can play it forward. Almost a good flick there, not quite connecting though. Ball now with South in some space in the midfield. Unfortunately lost. Ball deflected, tackled away by Curtis. Now we're on the ball. Good track back effort though by the Wolves. Looks like Miley LaFontaine there, showing that speed, getting back on defense. Not done with the danger yet though.
There we are.
There we are. Ball cleared up for the forwards.
Oh, look at that.
Little missed header. This could be another chance for the Wolves.
Oh, just, I mean,
Solid strike there.
if we were playing the other football, that would have been great. But unfortunately, that doesn't really count for anything in this kind of football.
That was a good run by Ashlyn Burris there. It's a term we call that in some parts of the soccer world. Taking a chance on a ball like that, there's a chance you know that the defender will clear it and get that ball, but on the off chance that the defender misses that header like she did, you got to be ready for that, and Ashlyn Burris was, just unfortunately putting it over the bar. Curtis now in possession, won back though by the Wolves. Taken forward, ball now on the point forward.
Ooh.
A bit of a lob shot to put over the bar there. Goal kick here for Curtis, looking to get it forward, get it out of their defensive third. Ball deflected out, unfortunately, off the Wolves for a Curtis throw.
Well played by Savannah Foster.
Foster now on the ball, trying to find the outside mid there, not quite connecting with Natalie Strauss. One back though in the midfield and played back to Michaela Mori in the center back, retaining some possession there. Michaela now on the ball with some space, not quite finding the forward there. One back by Curtis, and again one back by Audrey Sinclair. Such a back and forth game soccer is.
The second you start saying something, you know it could change.
And again, Miley LaFontaine showing her pace, tracking back. Unfortunately not winning it, but disrupting some interplay there by Curtis. And final product played out for a goal kick for the Wolves. Chandler Greenwood, happy to see that go safely by the post.
And there's just under 3 minutes to go in this half, not counting added time. But usually in high school, they do not add a whole lot of time at the end of a half.
Yeah, and I'm seeing as the way this game has been played so far, few fouls, no injuries, there should be very little time added to the end of the game, end of the half here.
If any.
If any, very true. Officiating staff doing well so far, though. Not a whole lot to call, but they've called it well.
That is true. They're both playing very physical, but it's all clean, which makes for a good soccer game.
That's how the game should be played.
I always think they should just, let them play. It's my motto.
Well, Curtis happy to pick up a loose ball, but unhappy to put it not quite on target. Chandler Greenwood now ready to clear the ball forward off this goal kick. One
Nice
by
header by
one
Michaela Mori.
by Michaela Mori.
Fortunately, though, Curtis got it right back. And then we got it right back. And then Curtis got it right back. There's that back and forth you were talking about.
Absolutely. Smart play to shield the ball out there by Natalie Strauss, finding Ashlyn, I should say, in some space there on the flank. Unfortunately, not connecting with the forward there. Ball won by Savannah Foster. Unfortunate deflection out of bounds, though. This will be a throw for Curtis. Ball played forward, header won by Audrey Sinclair in the back line there.
Nice ball by Sarah Swanson.
Ball played out wide.
The Wolves are obviously trying to just play possession, bring down the clock before the end of the half, which is smart in my opinion.
And you know that game plan of keeping the ball, maintaining possession, obviously coached well by Coach Christina Bodie here, who was a player herself, and I'm sure has been taught that mindset. And but the Wolves are carrying out that game plan well with maintaining possession, finding good passes. When it's easy in the high school game to fall back to the mindset of just clearing it forward and letting the forwards run onto it. But the Wolves are doing well to maintain possession, find some good combinations, and it's found them forward in their attacking third right now.
So it looks like there is a bit of added time. I can't imagine that it's any more than 30 seconds, but we'll see. And there is the whistle to end the first half.
So fairly back and forth here between the Vikings and the Wolves, but South obviously coming away with that one goal and sitting pretty, holding the ball, being able to sit back a bit and just play the game and be confident.
Yep, and with that one goal lead, they have the ability to come out in the second half to kind of just try and settle the ball and possess. They don't really have to go for an attack. I mean, obviously, if one presents itself, they should take it. But right now, they're in control of the game, which is always how you want to go into the second half. So Wolves playing very well, though, tonight on their senior night. So for your halftime viewing enjoyment, we have some videos produced by some of the outstanding students in the SKH video program. So as we play those, please enjoy.
This is your senior video for Ladies Soccer 2016. Woo!
One in 8 U.S. women are diagnosed with breast cancer over the course of their lives. That's about 12% of the female population in the United States. This cancer continues to spread all over the world and into the lives of people here at SK.
My softball coach was diagnosed with breast cancer last summer.
My grandma.
I remember when I found out, I had just spent an entire week with her on a trip, and then when we got back, she told us at practice that she got diagnosed, and I was really shocked, and I didn't think that that would ever happen to someone that I knew and I was close to.
My mom was keeping it a secret from me, and then when I found out about it, I was extremely sad because she's like my #1 fan, and she comes to all my soccer games no matter where they are.
In a way, it brought us closer together because we really learned to appreciate her, and even though sometimes she couldn't be there because of her getting treatment and stuff like that, we were all very supportive.
Me and my mom would take her to radiation every day, and it was just sad to see her because she was tired and lethargic, and it was just really sad, and she got really bad burns from the radiation.
Spread awareness. More people than you will ever know are affected by breast cancer every day. So remember, South, in October, we wear pink.
South Kitsap High School sports has had much success in the Narrows League over the years, and now they have the opportunity to have success in a new sports league, SBSL, or South Puget Sound League. The first to get a feel of the new league is our fall athletes.
It's a lot tougher than the Narrows League used to be because a lot of the games you could have a few easy games and they would be givens, but in this league you have to battle for every single win.
Alright, so with the new league, I feel like we're traveling farther, longer bus rides, more team bonding, and then with the teams, I feel as though it's going to be a lot better competition, so it gets ready for postseason when we have to play everybody.
Last year in the Narrows League, each team only had a varsity team, but this year they have all JV teams, so this year we need to recruit a lot of girls and get them ready for next year.
The new league has been a lot harder than the first league. The time standards for swimming specifically have been a little harder.
The new league is really challenging. It's definitely one of the best leagues in the state for football compared to last year's league. This year's league is a lot more challenging, but it gives us better competition, and if you go to playoffs, you get a better seed there. So I think it's sick.
The SPSL league seems to be a lot tougher. And also, we've never played these teams before, so we don't know how they play or how they'll react to certain things.
With every sport being different and challenging in their own ways, our athletes are excited for their competition and are planning to succeed.
There's a lot better players and a lot better teams, so overall we have to work harder to win.
With the new league, we've encountered a higher level of competition, so we're having to work harder.
This year is definitely tougher and more advanced than our past Narrows League, but anyone is capable of success. Determination is key.
For water polo, it's not super different because we're facing all the same teams we did last year, but we're still just trying to win some more games and get better as a team.
The new league is really great. I'm really excited for the competition and the different size schools. Is going to be really exciting to see how the year goes.
Everyone has high hopes for the rest of the season, and these athletes continue to work hard to ensure success in the new league.
So, Logan, how you doing?
Terrible.
Care to elaborate?
Well, we're seniors this year, right? And since we're seniors, we're going to college next year. And my parents just told me that they're not going to be able to help me pay for college as much as they thought they would.
I see. Well, have you looked into how much money you can get from filing your FAFSA?
How is asthma going to help me pay for college?
Not asthma, FAFSA. You don't watch WTV much, do you?
This is one of those all too common scenarios when you're in your senior year and you have no idea how you're going to pay for college, which can cost anywhere from $9,000 to $24,000 a year. So you resort to student loans, which aren't necessarily a bad thing, but you can get stuck in a rut trying to pay them off for many years to come. That's where your FAFSA comes in by getting your FSA ID. You can file your FAFSA and qualify for federal grants or work-study funds that offer thousands of dollars every year.
Come on, let's go talk to Mr. Reiko in the Career Center.
See that? Oh, you don't? This is how a lot of people look at bus stops early in the morning. Even a simple cell phone flashlight could save your life. Add bright clothes and reflective surfaces, and it's even better. Protect yourself and others. Be seen, be safe.
Dude, that girl left 20 bucks. You're just gonna take her money? What, you wanna split it?
No, of course not.
Whatever. Dude, that girl left 20 bucks. You're just gonna take her money? What, you wanna split it?
No, of course not.
Natalie, I think you'd drop this.
Thank you.
Welcome back, everyone. We're just about ready for the second half. I'm still Sophia Canton, along with Jacob Hasbrook.
Absolutely. We're still here, still excited as this South team looks to be as they're coming out to take on this second half against the Curtis Vikings. Curtis chasing a goal here in this game, looking to even it back up. Anything can happen in this beautiful game of soccer. South looking to stay on top, maybe score a few more goals and take home the win in this last season game of the 2016 season for these Wolves. Seniors looking to keep it rolling, keep a good game going, stay on top, and yeah, so it's going well for the Wolves so far. They've maintained possession. They've had some good looks on goal, and Curtis though it's been very back and forth. Curtis has had their opportunities, and they've been looking to score as well. So it should be a good second half. Ready to go here. Waiting for the kickoff.
I'm excited, Jake. Are you excited?
I'm very excited. I am shaking with the excitement right now, or maybe it's just still cold in the booth up here.
It's exciting to be up 1-0 at halftime. And there's the start of the half with the Wolves coming out with possession after Curtis kickoff.
Cassidy Furman on the ball there in the midfield. Getting the start in the second half again. One of those seniors who will be playing their last game here on this wonderful coconut turf field.
The coconut, that stuff is rough, I'm telling you.
Curtis finding some possession here, looking for an attack, trying to spring the ball out wide. Cut off though by South defense. South dealing with that attack again there. Defense doing solid. And ball rolls out for Curtis throw. Curtis looking to find some success on this attack here on their attacking chances in the first half. They've only had a few shots on goal, but doing well to keep it in their offensive third. South now getting a short clearance and cleared up to the forwards again there. Ball taken down well by Ashlyn Burris. Now sprung out wide to Milo LaFontaine, who looks for that forward, but instead finds the opposite midfielder.
Natalie Strauss is able to get there.
Now looking for a break. Just unfortunately losing her footing there. Not quite connecting, but ball back on the foot of the South Kitsap Wolves, who are looking to keep some possession again here, finding some good interplay through the midfield there with Savannah Foster taking on a few defenders there.
Ooh,
blown right by her.
Nice move by Savannah Foster.
Looking to put a cross in.
Hopefully she can find a teammate.
Oh,
darn.
Just not quite there. That was a great run though by both Foster and a back post run by Miley LaFontaine. Just the timing not quite right. That was a great offensive effort. Curtis defense, their center back looks a bit excited there, trying to pump up her teammates, keep that wall from being breached. Goal kick now for Curtis.
That was a great build-up by South, though. Getting the momentum right back after halftime, which is really important in games like these that are so closely matched.
Has won it back again, but offensive effort broken down by the Curtis defense, who now look to find their outside mid out wide, finding some space down the left side, looking to put the ball in the middle. Defended well, though, by the South outside back. Well done.
I'm pretty sure that was Sophie Weaver.
Yeah, it looks like Sophie Weaver, the flowing, long blonde hair, swooping in to save the day for the Wolves. Corner now, though, for Curtis. And as I was saying before, set pieces definitely come into play in the game of soccer. Trying to win the game or lose the game off a set piece, anything can happen. If Curtis can capitalize here, they're right back in this game. South, of course, looking to defend. Looking for that short corner again. Bounced around a little bit, taken care of well, though, by the South defense. Now
and
cleared out wide. South now trying to step up, trying to keep the pressure up the field instead of letting it drop back into their defensive third. Curtis, though, on the ball. Ball cleared out by the center back of South Kitsap. Ball still bobbling around, finally lands on the foot of South. A little bit of some haywire possession here going on. Ball just tossed up in the air.
Ooh, that was a tough challenge against Nelly LaFontaine. But she gets it right back.
Good effort to get back and win that ball. Stay with it. Ball now with the Wolves, finding some space in the midfield. Oh, just not quite in touch there for Cassidy Furman in the midfield. Ball now with Curtis, trying to find some possession there.
Oop.
Good battle. Wait for the, well done by the ref to let him just play on. Bit of an awkward challenge there, but dealt with well. South now winning the throw. Yeah, AR called it for the Wolves. Brought down by Miley LaFontaine. Things are getting a little bit more physical here. I think Curtis is starting to get a little bit frustrated, trying to put something together here to get back in this game. Ball played out by the Wolves. Thrown forward by Curtis. Picked back up again by Savannah Foster in that South Kitsap midfield. Good ball played in there by Cassidy Furman for Ashlyn Burris. Looking to attack again forward here. That was good defending by Curtis, though. Played out for a South throw. So a lot of bit of excitement there with both teams getting in on some action. Starting to get a little bit of physical battles going on there. We see a little bit more with Cassidy Furman fighting for that ball up there in the attacking third. Ball called out before he was cleared. Throw for South. Maybe we'll see here one of those organized set piece throws. Maybe not. A little bit too far out for that. But Wolves definitely looking to stay in possession here. Ball cleared out by Curtis, though, who are now on the break. They've got some numbers. Oh, well done by South defensive center back to clear that out. So that was Sarah Swanson on the tackle.
That'll be a Curtis. Oh, nope, they're calling it. No, it's Curtis. They switched. That's right. Nice job.
Yes, in case you didn't notice, like my co-host here, Sophia, we do switch sides at half. South now attacking left to right.
I was just getting used
Curtis
to it.
going right. It's okay. It's okay. Sometimes as a player we get confused too, but
especially when you're not on the field. You know, you feel it on the field, but
South now winning the ball in the midfield. A little bit of an unlucky touch there. Still fighting for it though, and South coming out on top with the ball. Good physical battle there for possession. Won by Curtis. A little bit of a miscue pass there. One back by South. And Cassidy Furman now in some space, looking to find her forward. Good link-up play there.
good pass outside. And, oh, just not
a decent effort there from the Wolves. A little bit too light for a shot, not quite far enough away from the keeper for a cross, but definitely good effort by the Wolves. Punt by the keeper, played short, won by Miley LaFontaine and one back by Curtis. Good defensive effort by Sarah Swanson there.
battle is definitely in the midfield tonight.
Definitely. And as I was saying before, midfield is one of those key places where you got to win your tackles if you want to keep control of the game. One of those two good statistics in my mind that tell you how a game goes are possession, percentage, and tackles won. And so far, South it's been fairly even, but it looks like South has been on top in both of those categories, keeping good possession and winning their tackles, winning their personal battles in the midfield and in the defense, doing well in that respect. Curtis now with the throw, cleared out again by South. Curtis now looking to attack off this throw. Played to the feet, off the forward. Ball played in. That was a good touch, but no one quite there to run onto. Cleanly taken care of by the South defense. So now we see South kind of sitting back in our defensive third here, but they're doing all right. They have the ability to do that with a 1-goal lead. Don't want to be too lax here, but they have the space to back off just a little bit and deal with good ball in there by
That
Curtis.
was nicely played by Chandler Greenwood. Those bouncing balls can be kind of difficult to read at times, but she did a nice job of catching it before it bounced for a second time.
Savannah Foster doing well to maintain possession of the ball in the midfield. Ball played out wide nicely by Cassidy Furman. South now on a break, looking to find someone in the midfield. Oh, strong challenge waved off by the ref. Game might start getting a bit more physical and intense here with the strong efforts on those tackles. But South currently holding on to the ball, finding a little bit of space out wide in the midfield. Ball played forward by Cassidy Furman,
There's just a
handled by the
little
keeper.
bit too much on that ball.
Punt won by the South midfield.
It was a nice
Forward
ball
found
by
nicely.
Cassidy Furman.
And again, ball collected nicely by those center mids for South. Just out of the reach of that South player. Ball now in the midfield, won again by South. Midfield really doing well here to win those balls that are popping out, those loose clearances by Curtis. South really, not sitting back quite anymore, as I was saying earlier, but definitely with their foot on the throttle, trying to press forward and get another one to put this game more in safe hands. Get a little bit of a safety net there.
Oh.
A little bit of a misclearance there by goalkeeper Chandler Greenwood.
That was unfortunate.
Oh, and the ball saved from the lake by the hero, the ball girl. Don't have to get out the water wings quite yet. Not yet again. Curtis now in possession in their attacking third, dropping it off to their back line, finding some space. Trying to find a breach in the defensive line of South. South defense doing well here, stopping mostly all of Curtis's attacking chances and getting some of their own on the counterattack now. Miley LaFontaine trying to find some space, trying to get by her defender. Defender doing well to win the ball back. Curtis now looking for a long ball, deep, dealt with well by the back line of SK. And again, ball taken well by Audrey Sinclair. Another one of those seniors doing well. Shot by Curtis, handled well. Good hands by Chandler Greenwood, who definitely hasn't seemed to be as, hasn't fallen asleep quite yet. She's kept on her toes, has had good hands, safe hands on those shots, handled well, has been solid so far.
And as a goalkeeper, you love being able to make the saves and do what you need to do for your team, but it's also kind of relieving when you're a little bored.
Yeah, definitely. Talking to some goalkeepers that I've worked with, it's a bit of a battle, a struggle within yourself. You want to be in the game, but if you're in the game, it means your defense isn't quite doing as well as they should be, and there's always that chance for the other team to poke one in. But Chandler seeming to deal with it well, staying in the game, staying involved, I'm sure.
Which is extremely important because, you know, being bored for the majority of the game, you can be caught off guard. But she's been doing pretty well, staying on her toes.
Ball won back by South defensive line there. And one again, trying to find the forward. Pass cut off by Curtis. And ball won back by South. Looking now for the long ball up to Ashlyn Burris. Trying to find some space. Ball header one by Curtis's center back. Ball now in the possession of Curtis and deflected off of South for a Curtis throw. Ball thrown forward and touched out of bounds by outside back Audrey Sinclair. Vikings, the Curtis Vikings, again looking for, find some kind of opportunity to poke one in, get back in this game. Can all start from one throw in, one set piece. All they need is one opportunity. Ball won nicely by center back for the Wolves there. Picked up again by the midfield. Finding a little bit of space now. Ball just played right across to the Curtis defense. We're now looking for an attack. Trying to find a little ball through the middle there. Not quite connecting with the other forward. Ball picked up nicely by Chandler Greenwood, who will now look to play it forward. See if South can win it off the header. Not quite. Ball picked up initially by Curtis. One back by Savannah Foster in that midfield. Ball played forward now, looking for the run of Kelly Krebs. Not quite getting there. One back though by South.
It looks like it's starting to rain again outside.
Here picking up a little bit. Hopefully it won't affect the players too much, but a little bit of moisture could affect the game just a little bit. Just enough for either team to find some kind of breakthrough. Ball defended well by Sarah Swanson, but played out of bounds for a Curtis throw. And we see our first second half sub here with looks like Cassidy Furman coming out for the Wolves. Number South now pressing this ball. Kelly Krebs on the pressure, doing well to try to fight for that ball, get something going here, find an opportunity for a counterattack, but Curtis retains possession, finds a good combination out wide, now looking to get a cross in. We've got runners in the box. Nice ball played in, but dealt with well by Chandler Greenwood.
Great
Danger
save
not done
by
with
Chandler
yet.
Greenwood.
And finally out for a corner for Curtis.
And that's one of the hardest things about playing goalkeeper is deciding if it's time, you know, to pressure the forward and go out and try and make that save or stay on your line. And Chandler obviously read that ball perfectly because she came off her line and was able to deflect the ball enough to allow her defenders to come back and recover. And it's another corner for Curtis.
Definitely seemed to make the right decision there. And Curtis now with another corner. First ball played out by the South defense, covered nicely, but not quite cleared up like would have hoped. Ball played short again by Curtis. Bounce back out
Oop,
to the
and
outside
that'll
man.
be a goal kick.
Well
That'll just
defended.
bit of a mishandle by the Curtis player, which, you know, works out for us. So what are you gonna do?
Ball in the midfield, header one by South. Poked forward, but one back by Curtis. A little bit of a fight for the ball. Got a player down on the field. Looked like a clipped ankle or lower leg. Seems to be walking off just fine. That's always good to see. Never want to see any injuries out on the field. It's one of the worst things you can see for either team, whether you're playing against someone or playing with them. Last thing you want to see is someone hurt. So glad to see Curtis player walking this one off. Probably will be a little bit sore tomorrow, but that's all right in the grand scheme of things.
I can personally say that injuries are no fun, and I would never wish that anyone end their season with one.
South now winning the ball back in the midfield. Michaela Morey trying to make something happen, finding Ashlyn Burris down the sideline with a little bit of space. Ball cleared out wide by Curtis. Sub now for Curtis off the SK throw.
And Ashlyn Burris is taking the throw in, and like I said earlier, she's got quite the throw. But there it just looked like she wasn't close enough to the 18.
Some solid footwork getting by her defender there, putting a cross in. Defended well though.
Oh!
Kelly Krebs with a good header, followed up by Natalie Strauss. Not quite connecting though. That was well done by the Curtis keeper to deal with that. Now rolled out wide to the Curtis outside mid. Ball deflected straight up. Won by Curtis. And ball deflected out, poked out by that South defender, number 11, Audrey Sinclair. Ball now in the Curtis midfield with those midfielders. Ball played out wide to the outside back, swung well. Nice turn by the Curtis midfielder there. Trying to now find her center mid, playing it out wide. Good combination there for Curtis. Finding it, ball in the left flank, trying to get it in. Keeping the ball in, that's well, good foot technique. To keep the ball from going out there, keeping the whole ball from crossing the whole of the line. Ball now tried to play quickly by the Wolves forwards. Not quite there though. Maya LaFontaine now finding a little bit of space in the outside mid. Ball stuck on her foot a bit there. One back by Curtis. Ball dropped off. That was a good effort by Kelly Krebs. Again, we see the ref letting them play on a bit. Maybe some refs would have called a foul there, but none today. Michaela Morey now finding some good space in the midfield. Looking to attack forward. Ashley Burris.
That was a nice ball, but it was just, you know, Curtis defender just got her toe in there, which allowed the ball to just slip out of Ashlyn Burris's reach.
And sometimes that's all you need as a defender, is just get a toe on things to disrupt the play, disrupt the offensive attack that's going on. And that worked for Curtis right there. Ball now won back by Michaela Morey. Ball popped up, still a little bit of jumbling around, fighting for the ball.
And that'll be a South Kitsap throw-in.
Looks like we got another sub for Curtis. And it looks like Coach Bodie might be, or maybe not. Looked like we had some subs warming up for South there. Still taking a jog down the sideline. Throw in now for Curtis. Play cut off nicely by South, by Miley LaFontaine. Looking for the switch for Curtis there, not quite reaching that. Cut off well by Audrey Sinclair. Ball popped into the midfield. Picked up well by the Curtis defense. And good clearance by South center back Sarah Swanson to put the ball out of the dangerous area and break up that Curtis attack. Curtis and South fighting for the ball off that throw. Finally deflected off of South for another throw for Curtis, and now we'll see those subs coming in. Miley LaFontaine coming off, and looks like Kelly Krebs coming off.
Tiana Latham and Eliza Villarma are the ones coming in who are both sophomores at SK. And it looks like we may have McKenna Wheeler also coming in, who's actually a freshman this year, which is pretty impressive to be on the varsity team and getting some minutes.
Good midfield play there by, looks like Tiana Latham. Win the ball and play it out wide. Lost again, one back by South. Another little bit of physical play there from Curtis. No call from the ref. We'll keep playing on. Dealt with well in the defense there. South now looking to clear it up. Maybe took a little bit too many touches on the ball. Curtis now on the ball in the attacking third, trying to get something going here, trying to get a goal, even things back up. One back by South. Looking to find that forward down the line. Run wasn't quite there yet, but Curtis now back on the ball, looking to find some space, find something to exploit. Curtis now on the ball, going down that right flank, trying to find something, trying to find that forward. Cut off well though by South's defensive center backs. Good strong effort there from Audrey Sinclair. Puts the ball out wide.
It's going to be a throw-in for Curtis.
And you know, we've still got a pretty even match here. South's still up a goal, but Curtis fighting well, fighting hard, trying to figure something out. Haven't quite got many offensive chances going, but they're looking to find any kind of break they can. Trying to get behind this defensive line of South.
Defender Sophie Weaver was just subbed out for McKenna Wheeler.
Offensive attack by Curtis, broken down well by South's defense. Now back in possession, ball bumbling around a little bit. Good defensive fight there for the Wolves. Ball popped out for Curtis. Cross dealt with nicely by South's defense. Ball a little bit miscleared there, but deflected out for a goal kick. South's defensive line will be happy to see that for a goal kick instead of a corner. Ball played up by Chandler Greenwood, who hasn't really seen much action in the past few minutes here, but doing well to keep everything out of the net. South now in possession, winning the ball down the line, looking to find that target forward, Ashlyn Burris. Gets wailed on a bit from behind. Not much advantage I see there from the ref, but we'll play on. Ref definitely letting everything go here tonight.
The crowd, I can hear them. They are
all 12
upset.
of them are getting a bit excited there. South now looking for a counterattack, getting a quick deflection. Oh, called the other way, called Curtis ball.
That's unfortunate.
Curtis coach giving a little bit of encouragement there, trying to get his team back in the game.
Well, this is still a very close match. I mean, the Wolves are ahead, but they can't get too comfortable because the second you kind of let back and allow yourself to take a rest, that's when Curtis will come back and, you know, even it out.
Misclearance there by Curtis. Attacked well, but not quite making it through. On for a break. Now Curtis on the other side, chasing Sarah Swanson down the sideline, getting that ball cleared by Chandler Greenwood and brought down. Still kind of bouncing around in the midfield there. Eventually out for a Curtis throw. But yeah, definitely, as you were saying, Sophia, as soon as you take a nap on the field, as soon as you lose track of your man, that's when things could get ugly for your team. And like I was saying in the first half, right before South scored, all it takes is one chance. And right now, it looks like that one chance is all it's been, all it's taken to really stay on top in this game. South having the momentum here with a little home field advantage. Here we see senior Natalie Strauss coming off. But with the senior night and with that home field, that small home field crowd, we've kept some momentum here and stayed in this game, stayed on top, and they're doing well to keep their lead. Working the ball now down the sideline now. Ball staying in. Picked up well by Curtis. Played back over the top. Brought down by the Curtis forwards. You just can't get it through past those South center backs. Bit of a wild clearance up the field there. Ends up as a South throw. Rain seems to have let up again, and not much wind tonight either, so weather playing a little bit of a factor tonight, but not too much. It's been a good game overall. Nothing too drastic coming into play. South now in possession, giving up the ball in the defensive third. It's a bad place to give up the ball, but dealing with the attack now nicely, getting the ball back up to the forwards. Played out wide. Picked up by Curtis with some pressure by South. Curtis now on the ball again. Curtis doing well to link up there, just not quite there, a little bit behind the forward on that final pass. South now breaking, trying to get some momentum
nice
going.
move by Savannah Foster.
Space found out wide, looking for a cross. Just a bit of a heavy touch.
It's unfortunate.
But ball won back again by that defensive line, who now is up at the midfield point, which is, I'm sure, where you want to be as a, or where they want to be as a defensive line. Would rather not be in their box, and they've done well to push up and start pinning Curtis back here.
Oh.
Ball collected easily by Curtis's goalkeeper. Thrown out wide to the outside back with some space. Ball won well. A little bit of a bad pass there from Curtis. Won easily by Savannah Foster in the midfield. And now out for a South throw.
And that will be Selena Madrid taking the throw, who is the other. Oh, just kidding. She passes it off to Audrey Sinclair. But Selena's the other freshman on the team. So both freshmen are on the field right now.
And, that's great to see. You were talking towards the beginning of the game about that good young team for South, even though we've got these 9 seniors leaving us. We've got some team for the future here that are doing well, as we see those sophomores and freshmen on the field here doing well to help the team keep this win. So we seem to be in good hands for the future here.
Which is exactly what you want as a coach.
Absolutely. Curtis now with a break, trying to find the forwards up top. A little bit of foot race for the ball here. Ball poked out, but collected nicely by Chandler Greenwood, who just clears it out. That's a good defensive effort to break up that counterattack from Curtis. South now with their own counterattack. Savannah Foster finding some space in the midfield, trying to find Ashlyn Burris. If she can get that ball, that was a strong effort by Ashlyn Burris. Just couldn't quite get to it, though. And Ashlyn Burris is another player who playing up top there instead of in the back, but she plays very physically as like Michaela Morey does and Sarah Swanson in the center back for South. She's a very physical, very aggressive player, which is what you like to see out of your forwards. You want someone who's hungry to score, who's willing to throw their body out there, try to get something going. And we saw that on that last play. Now she's fighting for that ball in the box. Cleared out by Curtis, though. Header won by Michaela Morey. Now run onto by South. A little bit of a chance if they can get to it.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
An awkward foul there called by the referee. Curtis will be happy to clear this one out with no problem.
It looked like there might have been actually, you know, a bit of a mutual foul by both players, but since it looked like Tiana was about to get possession, the ref called it for the other way.
Wolves now back on the ball, looking to swing it through the back line, trying to find the space. Finding Savannah Foster in the midfield. Trying to find her other center mid, not quite getting there though. Curtis now on the attack. A little bit of a dive there from the outside back, but dealt with nicely to play the ball out, break up the attack. South now on the defensive, back in their defensive third. Curtis with the throw. Trying to find their forwards up top with a long ball there. Not working. Center backs for South have stayed solid throughout the night, dealing with everything that's come their way. Michaela Mori now doing well to shield that ball off the Curtis player. A little bit of a errant pass. Oh, right off the ref. A little bit of a lucky touch for South there to not see that ball go through into the behind the back line. But Curtis now in possession. Trying to find their forward, not quite getting there. Ball cut off by Michaela Mori. Now in possession with South. Trying to find a play up the line. Done well to win back. Move the ball around to keep possession. A little bit of a gap in the midfield there. Neither team has been really solid in the midfield. Well, I guess that's not true. South's players have been fairly solid in there, but there's definitely some space in there for either team to exploit.
That was a good effort by Ashlyn Burris. Although the Curtis defender was able to shield the ball off and let it go out for a goal kick.
More subs here for South Kitsap. Kelly Krebs, Natalie Strauss, and Cassidy Furman coming back on. 3 more seniors enjoying their senior night, enjoying this game where they're currently up 1-0 with about 5.5 minutes left to play. Hoping to take home the W in this game. Looks like it so far with a fairly even matched game. South pulling a little bit harder, pulling out on top. Ashlyn Burris now with the long throw into the box. Flicked on well.
Oh, and that was a chance for Cassidy Furman.
Almost looked like a handball there, not called by the ref. That was definitely a good chance, good effort to get back and win that ball back by Kelly Krebs. Now keeps running forward, wins a throw, another throw for Ashlyn Burris. South will look to flick this on back into the box as they did. Another good flick, trying to bring it down.
Oh,
another opportunity
it's just
for South here.
bouncing around.
Ball just bouncing around, trying to make something out of what they got here.
And it's finally cleared out by Curtis defenders, and it'll be a South Kitsap throw-in.
You know, sometimes those are the most dangerous, you know, even though it looks pretty unorganized and like
looks like the ref called it out before that, and it's a goal kick.
Oh, I guess not.
Excuse me.
But, you know, those balls that are just pinging around in the box there, this can be most dangerous for defenders and goalkeepers because they don't know necessarily what's going on. Anything could happen. Just unfortunate on those 2 attempts that South couldn't poke something through. Curtis now called offside on that play. And for our listeners at home who may not be as experienced with the game of soccer, a quick tutorial on the offside rule. A attacking player can't be behind the last defender for the defending team, can't be behind them until the ball is played.
And also along with that, the goalkeeper does not count as the last defender.
Very
Just
true.
thought I would
Very
point
true.
that out.
That's a good point. Good point to make. But so Curtis just being caught on the wrong side of that call here. ARs haven't really had much to do tonight. That was our first offside call of the night, but doing well to call the game fairly
And
for the most part.
yep, they haven't been a part of the game very much tonight, but ARs are an extremely important.
Good long shot there from Cassidy Furman. trying to get a goal on her senior night. Oh, defender blown by there by Curtis. Now they're on the attack. They've got numbers. Numbers up in the attacking third, looking for a cross, driven down towards the goal line, cutting it back across. Dealt with though. Pressure not done. A little back heel flick. Handled well by Chandler Greenwood. Not much of a very powerful shot there with the back heel. Those ones are pretty tough to pull off.
It's a good effort though, but fortunately it came out.
Definitely keeping that
Pretty easy
back
for
line for
South.
South on their toes. Foul called here, drawn by Audrey Sinclair. Doing well to win that ball. Just took a little bit of a bump in the back. Nothing more.
Oh, was a yellow card issued? I don't think so, but said right there.
Well, if there was one, I didn't catch it, but
And it was definitely not a yellow card offense.
No, not at all. If I can talk, not getting too aggressive here, either team. You know, we've had a few good challenges, but nothing too much. No brawls have busted out, as we've seen in senior nights past. I remember a senior night game my freshman year. There was a fight on the field and two red cards for the boys. Yeah,
Oh,
it was.
wow.
It was a crazy game, let me tell you. But we're glad to not see any of that happening tonight. No one's being punched or thrown to the ground. So
And now
always
we're
good to see good sportsmanship.
inside of 2 minutes for the game. So if South can maintain possession or get back possession and then maintain, they can run down the clock and hopefully come out with a win tonight.
Ball rolling out for a goal kick, and I'm sure Chandler will be not too speedy, not in too much of a hurry to get this ball back in play here, trying to get every tick off the clock. Let the game roll out, hopefully preserve that win. The Wolves have been fairly dominant in this game so far, you know, coming out
Especially in the
on
second
top.
half.
Yeah, especially in the second half, keeping most of the possession and winning a lot of their battles, but 1-0 is definitely a very fragile lead to keep. And
But impressive. You always want to feel really proud of your defense when you come out with a 1-0 win. I mean, obviously your offense got the job done when the opportunity was knocking, and your defense just kept them out of the net. There we go.
Nice effort there by Miley LaFontaine. Keep the ball in play past multiple defenders, putting a cross in.
Oh.
Dealt
And there's
with.
one of those situations where the goalkeeper had to decide to come off the line or stay put, and she came off, and it turned out to be the right decision.
Very good run, though, down the sideline by LaFontaine. Now plays it wide, maybe back again, not quite getting the 1-2 combination. Ball won back by South, though, or almost. Curtis now on the ball.
And the clock should be winding up. There we go.
There's our final whistle. South coming out on top, 1-0. Just that one brilliantly placed goal by
That was a nice shot.
by Miss Ashlyn Burris.
Left-footed from the top of the box. Couldn't be more perfect. That was a great game. Great
Very
night to win as well.
Evenly matched game, well fought by both teams. South, great win to come out on top. Great night to do it, and great effort shown by all the players, but especially those 9 seniors who this is their last game. Their final season has come to a conclusion.
And for those of the seniors that are planning on to pursue a soccer career at the collegiate level, we wish them luck and well wishes as they move forward. And for all of you at home, we want to thank you for joining us for this South Kitsap High School women's soccer match. And we'd also like to thank the students of the video production program here at South who made this television program possible. And so, again, the final score, South Kitsap Wolves 1 and the Curtis Lady Vikings 0, with the Wolves coming out with the big win on senior night. So long and good evening from South Kitsap High School. I've been Sophia Canton, and he has been Jacob Hasselbrock. Thank you, guys.